Good day, educators of the children 0 to 4 years of age. This is Heleen Johnson from Preschool Consulting, bringing you more information around the early learning and development areas. In previous videos, you have probably watched the introduction on the early learning and development areas. We've spoken about early learning and development area 1, well-being. We've spoken about number 2, identity and belonging. And today we're talking about the third one, which is communication. Such an important aspect in everybody's life. When we talk about communication, developing and learning children how to communicate, we've got 4 main aims that we would like to achieve. The first one is that we want children to listen to sound and speech. We want them to be aware of sound and what it means. So with our babies, that is when, even though they are still very small, you hear the aeroplane going past and you tell the baby, you hear that sound? That is an aeroplane. Although baby doesn't even know what an aeroplane is. You are stimulating him, you are educating him, and he's becoming aware of things. You're communicating with him, and he's becoming aware that sound has meaning. It's also important, even in the baby room, that carers and educators will talk, that there will not just be silence, that children will hear speech, different languages, different kinds of talking. So it's very important that we play music to them, that we let them listen to songs and rhymes. All of those are words and language that comes to them, and it's very, very important. When we talk about the toddlers, they're at the age where they can now participate and they can take part in all this talking and listening and making sounds. And for us to give meaning to that is very important in our teaching. It is also important, thirdly, as an aim, to make sure that our learners, whether it be babies, toddlers, or young children, that we make sure that they can put meaning to what they see, what they feel, what they touch. And we are there to supply the language. Isn't that wonderful that when a child picks up something and he shows it to you, you can tell him, oh yes, that is a knife. It is dangerous. We do not play with that. Please give it back to teacher. You take it back and he knows now that is dangerous. When he picks up his sand little spade and he scoops up the sand, you can say to him, you're scooping up the sand with the spade. He learns 2 words, 3 actually, scooping, sand, spade. And all of it becomes meaningful because he's now in the environment and he's doing it and it's making sense to him. And that becomes teaching. It's not just talking. It's actually building vocabulary. It's making sure that the child can put meaning to what he's having in his hand or what he is experiencing. When he falls, you can say to him, you're now hurt. You got a fright. And I can help you, I can soothe you, we'll kiss it better. All of those, part of communication. Then lastly, an interesting aspect and aim within this communication is that children should record what they have experienced. And this is, for instance, where we ask them information. I've just read you a story. Can you tell me, was the papa bear very big? Show me how big the papa bear was. And you get the child to respond to the information. Documenting by demonstrating that he understands what has happened in the story. A very important aspect of communication. So if we can do a quick recap, let's think. The different aims for communication would be that children listen to sound and speech. That children should be encouraged to speak. That children will make meaning of what they see, what they touch, what they feel. And that children will record their experiences. So those are the 4 aims that falls within early learning and development area number 3, communication. I think that's enough for today. Until we meet again, please stay inspired. Keep on reading. Keep on talking. This is Heleen Johnson signing off. Goodbye.